Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to the channel, my friends, and thanks for joining me for another episode of our Tale of Galactic Conquest. We're playing some more Stellaris today, and today's episode is important because we're still in the early phases of our campaign, and the earlier moves of a campaign and the earlier decisions in a campaign turn out most of the time to be some of the most important decisions, so today's episode I need to kind of be on point, because we're starting to expand our empire, and we're starting to encounter our neighbors, so I need to do things right this episode. Let's see. I probably won't play on super fast speed. Maybe, like, I'll keep it on fast, but I'm not going to go to, like, super fast speed, because a lot of things are going to happen. This song gives me Stranger Things vibes. Does it? That's completely off topic, but I love the music so much, but I get Stranger Things vibes when I hear this song. But anyway, let's get our bearings. We still haven't encountered, technically, our neighbors. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not the right word. We have encountered our neighbors, but we haven't made first contact yet. So this empire down here, the Mem aliens, as we're calling them right now, they're still a mystery to us. So we've just encountered each other in space, but we know nothing about one another. But we know each other exists. And between the episodes, I noticed that they own this system right here, and I have a construction ship in here. It might get destroyed, which is a little unfortunate. So we might lose a construction ship. It's not a big deal. I can just build another one. Construction ships are really cheap, so that's not a big deal, but it is something that I noticed while I was looking around at things. But we want to establish our border now, because this star is now a border outpost, and I need to defend it. So the first thing I did was begin an upgrade on this starbase, and as soon as it's upgraded, I can start building defensive platforms, and I also want to build a shipyard here, because if I'm going to have a fleet stationed in this system pretty much all the time, I want them to be able to upgrade themselves. Like, as we get technology and as time goes by, better and better technology is going to get discovered or researched, and we'll be able to upgrade this fleet. But I need to have a shipyard in the system to do that. So if I'm going to be shifting my fleet down here, we want to defend this as much as we can. We still haven't discovered their actual borders yet, but that'll finish as soon as this research is done. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it'll happen soon. In the meantime, we're going to keep rushing this way. I want to get control of this constellation at least, because we've encountered another alien civilization, and they actually own this system right here. We can't see the station in the system, but you can tell that it's owned because this number is like yellow, so that means it's being harvested. So this system isn't, so we know they don't have this yet. But at the very minimum, if I can control this constellation, and then maybe get to this star, not this one. If we can get to this star, we can build a border outpost here, and I can lock off this constellation. So I have a lot to do. My science ships are all queued up with their jobs, so I don't have to pay attention to them for a while. Same with my construction ships. Things might change, and I might have to mess around with what they're doing. But we shouldn't have to. Another thing I did between the episodes was I queued up some construction for both of my planets. Cybertron has some buildings queued up, and Unicron Prime has some buildings queued up, so we shouldn't have to look at these for a while. These planets are already in development, they have their things going on, so I don't have to manage them. So we have things going on.
Our
I'm gonna
ship is under attack.
And I was right. It wasn't destroyed, it's just missing in action. We'll get it back in... Oh, we'll just get it back in a year. But you know what? I need construction ships, so I'm just going to build another one anyway. I'm also slowly but steadily building up my fleet. I'm building 4 more Corvettes, and then I'm going to ship them over here. Before I unpause, I'm just thinking, oh no, we don't have to do anything. We can just unpause. I'm just gonna wait for this starbase to complete.
System survey complete.
Speed up a little bit.
A new technology.
My edict fund was just increased. Can I use that? Yeah, I can. I have just enough. I can pass this new edict. Fleet supremacy. Ship build speed plus 10%. Since I'm trying to increase my fleet, this will come in handy. And it'll keep me within my edict fund. Excellent. That means that I'm not draining any of the unity that I'm producing right now. It's all accounted for. So free edict, basically. Thank you. We don't need food. I don't have a lot of soldier jobs yet. And then we have 2 blockers. Unicron Prime does have some blockers. It has a bunch of the ones that we can research. It has toxic kelp and it has dense forests. It has 3 toxic kelp, so we're doing that one first. And then we can get rid of these blockers as soon as that's researched.
Construction complete.
Okay. We should have enough alloys to build all of my defense platforms. We get a max of 6 to start. I'm gonna build 4 light defense platforms, and we'll build 2 mediums. So I had just enough. Oh no, we have some left over. I'm gonna queue up a shipyard. I'm gonna queue up some solar panels to get some more energy income. And then I'm going to build service umbilicals, docked ship upkeep minus 25%. I'm pretty much going to have a fleet here at this border station all the time, with some exceptions, but it'll make the upkeep for my fleet cheaper, so that should help with our, because fleets cost energy. See, ships, 16, so we have 16 of our energy dedicated to our fleets.
Anomaly found.
So we need to keep that in mind, too, as we build our fleet up, that it's going to start draining our energy. What TGG Investigator found on Unicron 2 were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral outcroppings. Science Officer Alpha asserts that these angular blocks of rock are the product of interactions between tectonic plates. This planet looks like Mars, which gets a big thumbs up from me, because it's like my favorite planet. Their shapes are the result of unusual tectonophysics, there's a mouthful, inherent on the planet's crust. The perfect angularity of these thrust faults implies a possibility of aliens tampering with Unicron 2's crust at some point in the past. Alright, so we got some research from Unicron. There's 2 more research stations I can build here. Let's do that. I have access to all my construction ships now. This construction ship is going to come over here, build these mining stations, and then as soon as we're able, we're going to start expanding this way.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
I hope we discover these guys soon. I want to see their borders.
We have mastered a new technology.
Yes! This is a really important building. This is going to increase our energy output. And since Cybertron is heavily dedicated towards producing energy, I don't know if this is going to be like this forever, but right now it is. It's producing a lot of energy. That building that we just researched will increase the power output of all of my technician drones. By how much? I forgot how much. By 1. So 100% increase. So Cybertron is going to effectively double its energy output with just this building. Yes. Definitely queuing that up. We haven't invested a lot of our time and attention on military technologies for our fleets, so let's research blue lasers. A lot of my fleet and a lot of my ship designs are focused on laser weaponry, so that's an important technology for us. We have concluded our study of the vessel we recently captured from the MEM aliens. The absence of a living crew made our investigation challenging. Fortunately, they left behind enough material for our linguistic algorithms to gradually decipher their language and identify them as the Norilgan Blessed Council, allowing us to communicate with them should we so please. No, thank you. Furthermore, we are able to study the ship's technology, which has helped our research subroutines uncover some novel new approaches to our own research problems. Excellent. Get some society research.
The Xeno Empire has
Alright, we discovered them. Alright, first contact. Your show of hostility is very concerning, Cybertronian. Our matriarch wishes to let it be known that we will not bow our heads or bow to your threats or intimidation. There's only one answer for us since we're a determined exterminator. This is the only response. Target identified. Seek and destroy. Our theoretical models have long suggested the existence of other intelligent civilizations in our galaxy. This theory has now been confirmed. So this is the first alien civilization that we're establishing contact with. The alien political entity that we have encountered has a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. Alright, we should be able to see their borders now. And there we go. Ooh, you see what I'm noticing? This empire right here that we haven't discovered yet, and since my envoy is available, we'll start researching that. But this empire blocks this hyperlane, which this empire would need in order to expand west. And when I say cardinal directions, I'm talking about our relative perspective in the galaxy. So when I say east and west, I know in space there's no such thing, but there is in this game. So if they want to expand west, they would have to tangle with this empire. So this empire is effectively blocked from expanding anywhere but south. We don't know what the hyperlanes are like down here. And the this might be a hyperlane right here. I don't know. But if it isn't, this empire is effectively blocked in, and they can't expand unless they go south. And we now officially have a border post with this empire, so even making it even more important that we build this up. And we are. We already queued up everything. Alright, so we uncovered an ambient a creature that's really powerful. According to this, it's a battleship class. That's what these 3 squares mean. 3 squares indicate a battleship. So this is a battleship class entity. Our investigation into the peculiar cluster of debris and space dust with the designation Sigma aliens has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin. It has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose, and yet it does. There's something undeniably ominous about the hazy object of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. At least not yet. This is too strong for us.
The Xeno Empire has somehow
I'm glad that it's not in a system that's in my way. It's an out-of-the-way system, so I don't have to focus on this right now. But it is something to keep in mind. The only ambient, aliens that we've met are these, and they are actually inconveniencing me because they're blocking my access. They're blocking my expansion this way, which is another reason why I want to buff up my fleet so I can take care of this. Alright, let's go. I'm doing a lot of talking, but things are happening. We're over our edict fund by 1, but that's okay. Another Mars-like planet. The very geological structure of Wayford 3A is indeed in flux, driven by what Science Officer Alpha assures us is a tectonic process as fascinating as it is esoteric. What is of more interest to the Singularity is that we may be able to strategically halt the planet's ceaseless, chaotic self-transformation. In short, a near-instant stabilization of the planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable. So we can make this planet more habitable and possibly colonize it in the future, which is great. This is a really close-by planet. That would give us access to another planet to colonize. And it's really close. It actually falls within our sector here. That's what this outline means, guys. If you were wondering, it indicates the sector. So this planet would fall into the sector. Wow, we got way too close to that star. Alpha estimates that an additional 200 energy credits will be needed to power a thorough mapping of planetary activity and determine the validity of what the science officer has termed a surgical terraforming strike. Actual terraforming lies beyond our grasp at present, so this is an exciting opportunity. It is. I wouldn't mind another planet in our sector. Spend energy credits to attempt to stabilize the planet in a more formidable state with Ruther. Oh, there's only a 50% chance of success, so we're gambling. Our choices are a permanent increase to our physics research by 4. That will be a system modifier, and we can benefit from that our entire playthrough. Or we can spend 200 energy and take a 50-50 shot at getting ourselves another planet. I'm gonna try it. I'm the gambling type. I'm actually not the gambling type, but I thought it failed. The window of opportunity for terraforming has closed. Alright, I gambled and I lost. That's the lesson that we learn about gambling. Alright, what do I need this construction ship doing? I already have one down here expanding our empire. And I've already got one expanding, or going out east. Let's have him build some of these mining stations that I haven't built yet. And we can expand it into this constellation, I guess. We're going to shift our fleet, or our miner fleet. We're going to get them over here, and then we're going to merge these two fleets. How are we doing on alloys? We're not doing so well with alloys. I want to turn Unicron Prime into a industrial world. So this is where we're going to get a lot of our alloys from. But the planet's not ready. It's not ready. The pops are too low. And if I overdevelop the planet, it'll just be a detriment to my energy reserves. So I want to build... Like, the colony hasn't developed yet. Sure, we established the colony, but it's not developed yet. It still needs to get its feet underneath it. You know what I mean? So I can't turn this into an alloy planet yet. I might have to pull the trigger on some more alloy plants on Cybertron, even though I don't want to. I want to specialize my planets. I don't want too many things being done at once. Our alloy income isn't bad, it's just that we don't have a lot of alloys in the bank. So it's not that the income is bad, it's just that we don't have a lot right now. I could always spend energy on it if I wanted to.
Complete. System survey complete.
Our mineral income seems to be our best. I'm gonna sell some of these. And we're gonna use that energy to buy some alloys. And then we're going to use those alloys as soon as the shipyard is done to build some more ships. I can't have any of my ships not doing anything. I'm wasting time if I let that happen, so we'll stay on top of that. How are we doing with... We're 19 months away from getting our next domination perk.
System survey complete.
Through the clandestine procurement of some of the pre-FDL remains, Science Officer Alpha has made an intriguing discovery. We're messing around with the pre-FDL. Oh yeah, that's something to keep in mind, guys. Something about our campaign that makes this interesting. When you're researching a pre-FDL... Oh, we haven't even established the observation post yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Anyway, Science Officer Alpha has made an intriguing discovery. The aliens on Zarum 3 and Zarum 4 are in fact recently diverged species with the same origin. By scanning the ruins left behind on both planets, the investigator crew has concluded that both species originated on Zarum 4. Oh, I see. So there's two pre-FDLs. There's two pre-FDL civilizations in this one system. Alright, that's a good thing. Where was I? They flourished into an early space age civilization. Sometime after colonizing Zarum 3, their society fractured, and an interplanetary nuclear war broke out between the new colony and its home planet. In the ensuing cataclysm, both planets were ravaged by fallout, and they're playing Fallout on their planets right now, and the nuclear winter has followed on its heels, plunging their inhabitants back into the Bronze Age. So two Bronze Age pre-FTL civilizations in one system. Nice. We'll get twice the research that way. Because when you build an observation post, and as soon as we build an observation post, there's some things to talk about, but every time you build an observation post, you get society research. You get society research. So the more pre-FDLs in one system, the better, I guess. The energy building on Cybertron's about to finish, so we should see our energy income increase a bunch. Some kind of burrowing, silicon-based lifeform inhabits a vast network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Zarum 5b. A barren world? As best we can tell, the creatures feed off rocks, and there is evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Thank you, creatures! That just added 3 minerals to that planet. Nice. This is a really cool system. It's a very interesting system. There's 2 pre-FDL civilizations with their own story here. There's a wormhole in the system. I'm gonna enjoy controlling this system. We have an available envoy. I didn't realize that. We already got somebody doing that. We'll assign this envoy to this. Let's merge our 2 fleets. We have 14 ships. Let's get it to a nice even number. We're gonna get 6 more corvettes and we'll get it up to 20. So that's a nice sizable fleet. And I think I'm gonna move this fleet over here. There's a subspace anomaly that we can deal with. We're strong enough. And I feel comfortable moving my fleet because we built our defense platforms, so... And these guys wouldn't dare attack me, so we should be fine. We're gonna take care of this. And this is actually a part of a mission. We have a mission going on. Sublight exploration probes. We just need 1 more. And it's right here. We just need to deal with this thing. Whatever this thing is. We have to destroy it. We can upgrade our fleets. We won't do it yet. We'll wait for all 20 ships.
We have mastered a new technology.
I might do this one. Helping our corvettes out is more practical, but this is a long-term technology that's going to help us here. We unlock robo-modding, which is what we're going to need in order to modify our species. We can start modifying these negative traits out, and we need robo-modding for that. It'll increase the habitability of Unicron. Unicron's only 75% habitable. That would boost it up to 80%. I've decided. This technology gives us a lot. Whoops. I just ignored something, and I shouldn't have. Yep, here he is. It has quickly become apparent that the so-called Ro aliens are, in fact, part of a major spacefaring civilization. It's these guys right in here. Our probes in the Uskomia system have detected starships flitting between the system's second planet, a savanna planet, which our scans show up as supporting a considerable population, and various space stations across the system. Alright. We're going to nab a few of them. We're going to try to abduct a couple of them. Because that's what we do. Subterranean civilization. There have been many reports of unexplainable seismic disturbances on Unicron Prime. Interesting. Our colony. Tremors can be felt across the planet, and many of our settlements have suffered damage. While investigating the earthquakes, our scientists discovered a vast network of subterranean caverns. The deepest of these caverns is home to some kind of indigenous civilization, and they appear to be tunneling towards the surface. Ground vibrations from our settlements may have triggered this behavior, but we cannot be certain. There is no telling how these aliens will react when they spill out of their tunnels and encounter our colonists. So we have a special project going on, and this is something that we can't just ignore, because this is going on our colony. I would have to drop all of my engineering research that's going on right now. So all of my engineering research would completely halt until this is done. And I feel like if I let it go, bad things are going to happen. See, it cost me 5,000 engineering. How much are we getting every month? 36. It says it's going to take 99 months. Is this time sensitive? I'm going to let it run a little bit. Yeah, it is time sensitive. I have to do it right now. That kind of stinks. Because now we're not going to get our... Damn it! Whatever. This could turn out well for us. This might... I don't know why it was indicating all those things. I don't know why these things are highlighted. What's going on? I'm confused. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Let time go. I must have hit something. Oh, I think I know what I did. That's what I did. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Norgon 5A. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere. Oh yeah? It would be nice to see that. I don't see any writing. And appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Alright, so there's some society research we can get from here. Oh, okay, so these observation posts are done. Let's talk about them really quickly. I'm fumbling again, once again. Alright, here we go. So we have an observation post, which means that we passively, we're observing this pre-FDL civilization, and that means that we're getting +5 society research every month, so it increases our society research a little bit. And since we are a machine intelligence, and since we're determined exterminators, our only option is aggressive observation, which means that we abduct them and we take a lot of risks, which means that... Did that alien just say que pasa? But since we are now observing this pre-FDL, we have to worry about something. We have to worry about awareness. Awareness signifies how aware the pre-FDL is of your observation. And bad things can happen if you let the awareness get too high. It's basically going to be a balancing act. We want to get research from these pre-FDL civilizations, like that's the point of building these observation posts. But there's a risk of them finding out about it and causing mayhem. And if we cause mayhem, bad things can happen and then we can lose this research. Like they could destroy themselves or lots of crazy things can happen and then we'll miss out on this research. So what we want to try to do while we're observing these pre-FDLs is, since our only option is aggressive observation and it causes more issues, the odds of our awareness, or the odds of their awareness going up is going to be that much worse. So I'm going to have to pay attention to these. There are things that we can do to reduce the awareness, but it requires dedicating an envoy to creating a spy network. See what I mean? So we have to keep our eye on this. And since there's 2 of them in the same system, that's more to keep an eye on. Alright, once you're done building that observation post, I need you to... Let's start expanding this way. Let's gain control, officially, of this ruined orbital ring around this planet. Now, we don't have orbital ring technology, so we can't repair it. But once we do, we can take advantage of this, if we want to. Alright, let's get back to playing. Been talking a lot.
Construction complete.
Let's get back to business. Uh-oh. It's already happening. Our presence on Zarum 4 has not gone unnoticed. The dominant cultural group now regards us as wise and mighty beings who control the elements and ultimately their fate. Many have pledged their lives to us in elaborate ceremonies, fearing that incurring our displeasure could come with drastic consequences. Did their awareness go up?
System survey
It didn't.
Anomaly found.
Alright, so apparently they know about us, but they don't know about us. So we're having our cake and we're eating it too. Alright, we can't have anybody just sitting around. Let's keep moving. Let's check on our fleet. Do we have all 20 ships? We do. Let's upgrade them. Or let's upgrade the ones that need to be upgraded. And then we're going to get our fleet over here so we can free up this system. We'll get rid of the subspace anomaly and then we'll complete this mission.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Get moving. This is the science ship that has a leader that researches anomalies really quickly. So that's what he's going to be doing. That'll keep him busy for a while. So see, I forgot to look, but our energy just increased like almost double. I'm gonna build an industrial district. I think this is the last industrial district that I'm gonna build on Cybertron. That should tide us over on alloys until we establish Unicron Prime. Alright, our first domination perk. Edict Fund plus 50? Ooh, that might come in handy. I can increase our research output, or I can increase our energy output. Tech drone output plus 50%. But then on the flip side, all my tech drones cost more to upkeep. We're already over our edict fund, and then even if I get this, it's not going to be enough to pass another one. Counselor experience gain. There are no counselors in our society. Counselors for us means our nodes. These are their counselors in our civilization. So I can increase the experience gain for my nodes. We're completing this anyway, so we would be over by 5 if I pass another edict. If upkeep exceeds the fund, regular unity will also be used. I'm doing it. We're over by 5. That's acceptable. At some point, we'll just build another... I'll just build another coordination district in Cybertron, and that'll improve our unity again. Oh, here's our Star Trek reference. Long-range scanners have picked up readings in the Zarum system that could best just be described as giant heat blobs. It's worth investigating. Alright, let's try to get a better description than giant heat blobs. We can't see anything. Make it so. What are they talking about? I don't know what that was talking about, but whatever. We're rolling with it.
Construction complete.
So that, the assembly speed on Unicron Prime is looking pretty good now. A detachment of covert operation drones led by Unit N7 managed to land in a remote area of a Roe aliens colony in the Euskomia system. They were able to seize several live aliens as well as a large stash of technological hardware that may prove useful for decoding their communications and assessing their technological level before making an escape. So we successfully abducted just a very stereotypical picture when you think about aliens, just a dude being abducted. Although the operation went without a hitch and our operatives were able to escape without pursuit, it is probably too much to hope that the Roe aliens remain ignorant of our actions. Let's continue. So, a bunch of bird people? That's what this civilization is? An avian species? We got our tire blocker research done, so we can get rid of those blockers on Unicron Prime. A lot of things happening, but I'm trying to stay on top of it. And now we can get the other one. The other blocker research. And then we can get rid of these. Alright, we're doing well on everything. Alright, our fleet... I don't want to pause. I want to watch this happen. Our first combat action. So it's our Corvettes, which look pretty cool. It's our Corvettes against whatever the hell this is. We didn't detect life forms below the surface. We detected them in the entire world. The frozen planet is interspersed with microthin tubes linked like a rudimentary computer While the structure is primitive, its gigantic scale means it can probably rival some of Cybertron's supercomputers in output. I doubt that. Even now, the computer seems to be active. Our science units can interface with it, but since it's so slow, we can only ask it one question. Do we want physics research, society research, and some artifacts? Artifacts are good, but 30 doesn't really do much for me. Or do we want unity? I'm trying to race to the end of this, so I'm taking the unity. Or we could just add a permanent +4 engineering research to the star. Or to the planet. I'm gonna do this one. That's a permanent +4 increase to our research forever. As long as I build the research station. And we have a construction ship right here, so yeah, we'll build it. We'll add it to his queue of things to do. Alright, we were so rudely interrupted. We want to experience our first space combat. Come on, boys, go. Sick 'em, boys. I think we still have red lasers. No, we have blue lasers now, right? Nope, we still have red lasers. Which kind of bugs me, because red's my favorite color, and I don't like that it's the worst. It's the weakest kind of laser. Alright. We're launching nukes at it. And it has some kind of shielding. It's shooting force lightning at my ships. Oh, he just took one out. We should be fine. We'll win. We lost 2 ships. I wasn't expecting this to be easy, but as long as we win. Yeah, it's shooting force lightning at my ships. And we're just launching nukes at it. The best solution to any problem is to just launch all nukes. Alright, there we go. We're done. We have dealt with the hostile subspace entity that our missing probe had attracted. Why such a creature would be drawn to an archaic unmanned spacecraft is a mystery, but the probe appears to be largely undamaged. It has been recovered by our forces, and we have extracted detailed survey readings on the entire Aldib from its memory banks. In addition, the residual energy left behind by the subspace anomaly has generated a large amount of valuable physics data for our scientists. Alright, so we got some free physics data. And we got another free physics data because we completed that mission. And we got 1,000 energy. Nice. Well done, gentlemen. We ended up losing 3 ships. But now this is no longer a blocked off system. We can take advantage of this system. Alright, boys. A job well done. Get back to base. Gotta speed it up.
Walker cleared. Construction complete.
The spaceborne lifeforms, which we call Tianki, are docile creatures. Alright, we finally discovered them. Can we see them now, actually? Shut your trap. I don't want to hear your gibberish. Where are they? Maybe we have to complete the event. Anyway, they're docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze on gases common in the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutrients has yet to be observed. They will not attack unless provoked. They can be safely ignored.
The Xeno Empire has somehow deciphered our language.
I don't know why they just called them... Why did you just call them a Xeno Empire? It's space whales. We discovered a terraforming candidate? Where? That's out on the frontiers. I don't care about that right now. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Voon 3, I like that name, Voon, have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. On this toxic world, the bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Voon 3 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science Officer Alpha has prepared a special research project to delve further into this.
Situation log
Alright.
updated.
Since he's not doing anything else, well, he is, but since he's in the system, we'll research that. Speaking of research, how far along are we?
Construction complete.
71 months away until we complete that project in Unicron. Gonna take a sip of water. Talking too much, I need to take a sip of water. We have concluded our study of the Ro aliens, so we discovered these aliens now. Let's see their borders. Your show of hostility is very concerning, Cybertronian. Our warlord wishes to let it be known that we will not bow to your threats. They're spiritualist, militarist, and authoritarian. Being militarist makes them more likely to want to declare war on us, so... Alright, we're gonna give them the only response that they deserve. As of one, we will destroy you. Let's see your borders. Interesting. What do I have the science ship doing? Surveying. Alright, drop everything that you're doing, science ship. Come over here. If we can take this star, we can control these two stars. And then this system will be another border outpost. So let's build up the starbase. We still have plenty of starbase capacity, so we can afford to build another station here. So we have two border posts now. One right here and one right here. Ooh, look at this. We discovered some alloy. We discovered an alloy research, and it's 10 of them. Nice. That'll just give us 10 passive alloys.
We have mastered a new technology.
We got blue lasers now. Oh my god. We got a rare research opportunity really early. Colony development speed. I don't necessarily need that right now. Disruptors are good, but I don't need those right now either. Basic combat rolls would be good for our ships. But this is our first rare technology. We could build a Dyson swarm. That sounds like fun. I want to do that. It's not really practical for us right now. Like, we still have a lot to do before we start building megastructures, but let's at least get that technology out of the way so it doesn't bog down our research alternatives. Alright, we closed our borders. That's what these orange lines mean. We've closed our borders with them. Uh-oh. They have a science ship here. He's surveying. I bet you he's trying to get this. We're running out of time. The silhouettes discernible from orbit are indeed buildings. and closer inspection reveals them to be of an obvious martial nature. While abandoned for some time, though very recently on a galactic timescale, Science Officer Alpha believes that secrets of alien tactics may yet be exhumed from beneath the dust that covers the decaying barracks and looted armories. Another special project.
Situation log updated. Blocker cleared.
All of our incomes for all of our
Construction
research,
complete.
of all of our resources are looking pretty good.
Construction complete.
I'm building another coordination district. Now, I am kind of overdeveloping Cybertron, but the way I see it, the second this coordination district is built, I know I have a lot of open jobs, but what happens is that once this district is built, it's going to create 2 more coordinator jobs, and those are higher, those are more desirable jobs, so it'll just take 2 drones away from being maintenance drones, which is going to reduce the amenities. That's what maintenance drones do. They produce amenities, and we have more than enough amenities right now. So I can afford to steal 2 of these jobs for some more coordinator jobs. That'll increase our unity. Build this mining station. I want those alloys, damn it.
Anomaly found.
Alright, so we upgraded our starport. I'm going to prioritize defensive platforms. I just don't have a lot of alloys. I'm going to buy some more. I have to think about sending a fleet down here. They're fanatic spiritualists. They're not militarists. So I don't know if they... Like, I don't know which of my neighbors is more likely to declare war on me. Because I want to decide to where to send this fleet. I'm going to eventually build a second fleet. But I just don't have the alloys for it right now. You know what? I have defensive platforms here. I don't have that many here. So let's send the fleet down this way. It's going to be a hike. But they'll get there. And then I'll start production of another fleet in this system.
Special project.
We completed our special project. Our continued studies of the massive skeletal remains on Voon 3, still like the name, have managed to shed some light on how the creature ended up on the planet. There are very faint and residual energy readings that indicate some kind of dimensional portal existed briefly towards the rear of the skeleton. So we farted out a dimensional portal. And Science Officer Alpha theorizes that the creature passed through this gateway from another dimension, only to quickly perish. Alright, cool. Alright, my science ship is here. Let's move our construction ship so he can immediately start building a starbase. I can upgrade my defensive platforms with new, I can give them blue lasers.
Special product complete.
It's gonna cost me alloys, though. Only 61. Alright, fine. Science Officer Alpha's thorough xeno-historical analysis of the military installation on Voon 5 has yielded few tangible results. What do you mean, few tangible results? I just got another trait. It increases the research speed of military theory technologies. I just got a new perk from my leader. Nice.
Anomaly found.
We're gonna do a new agenda. Get back to researching anomalies. We got distracted.
Our ships have been
Build.
upgraded.
No. He has a He already started construction. We just missed it. If I had been paying attention, I could have beat him, but it's too late. He just got control of this system. And you know what? On the bright side, I would have liked these 2 planets, but they're pretty small planets. They're only 14. It gives me fewer systems to have to defend because that would have given us a border on 2 systems instead of just 1. Alright, so that just makes things simple. I have to get out of this system before he builds his thing. Alright, we missed our chance. I'm sorry, guys. Things happen. Which is another reason why I prefer to play on slower speeds. I was forced to return. Alright, so we got kicked out, so I didn't make it in time. We have to wait a year for them to come back. Damn it! That's what happens when you're not paying attention. So we have a construction ship that's AFK, and we have a science ship that's AFK. It's raining Spirans. An accident occurred while collecting live samples from planet Matsonia 4. Due to a miscalculation, our drones were equipped with tractor beams of insufficient strength. Instead of acquiring the specimen, our drones only managed to lift them in the air and drop them on the ground shortly after. The avian specimens we were trying to collect found the accident highly amusing. Hey, shouldn't they have been able to save themselves from falling because they're an avian species? We just got some consumer goods, which are completely useless, but the awareness just increased by 10, so that's not good. We don't like that. It's still low awareness.
Construction complete.
I can't even sell these consumer goods. I don't have enough. So we just have randomly 100 consumer goods just sitting there, doing nothing. Keep exploring. Keep surveying. If we can get to this star, that would be nice. Lock down this hyperlane. I'm gonna build another defensive platform here. The TGG investigator has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Ushkaran 5. A frozen world. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Officer Alpha. Science Officer Alpha to believe it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. Another special project.
Situation log updated.
Every time this science officer, or the science ship, discovers anomaly, or he finds another research project, which delays him. But since he is in the system, we might as well have him do it. Beam the planet, sir.
Special product.
At least it didn't take him that long. The box is indeed a document of a sort. Science Officer Alpha admits that they had been hoping for a historical record for some other kind of codex significant to whatever culture left it behind, but they were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives, which, going by the rapid changes in odor towards the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise or interpreted as comedic. The techniques used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew of the Investigator are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have unwittingly become intimately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion. So it's alien farts. This is a long-winded way of saying they discovered alien farts. However, Alpha is unwilling to speculate as to why the box was dumped into the frozen hellscape of the planet. Alright, so we got the alien farts gave us some society research. Another encounter. Oh, look at that. I think we found another border with another empire. I do have 2 available envoys. There's nothing else for my other envoy to do, really. I could have one of my envoys establish a spy network in one of our neighboring enemy empires. Wow, their fleet power is overwhelming compared to us. That's not good. That's kind of scary. Do we know them? Unknown. It's unknown for these guys. I need to start pumping out fleets. I'm gonna build a shipyard now at this border station. And then we'll get back to building things, because they're overwhelming. That is not something I want to see. We'll try not to be too overtly hostile against these guys. And this other civilization that we don't know anything about, we're going to build a spy network here. Let's see what their fleets and stuff are like. And let's have that envoy do something. Our presence in the Norilgan Blessed Council has taken on a clandestine aspect. Spymaster Unit P9 has engaged espionage protocols. Our newly established spy network will allow us to observe Norilgan activities, infiltrating and interfering where necessary. Alright, so... Alright, fleet, hurry up. We just went over an hour, guys. I'm gonna take a couple more minutes. Alright, we'll do that. Because my last video was almost 2 hours long, so I could understand it might have been intimidating, so I'm gonna try to cut these back to my normal 1 hour. Like, we're only gonna play for a couple more minutes, guys, because, I think we had a decent time so far. We've expanded a little bit. We found our border with 2 of our neighbors, and we're about to establish a border with a 3rd person. The only mystery is up here. And as much as I would like to unblock this, I need my fleets to be on the borders, because seeing this is kind of scary. These parrots cannot invade us. What kind of a machine intelligence would I be if I let some parrots invade me? We can research some better armies. Or we can get some more star bases. Or fleet capacity. I'm going with fleet capacity. So our colony at Unicron Prime is slowly but steadily developing. It's going to take a little bit, which is one of the downsides to establishing a colony early on in the game, because things are slow. You haven't researched a lot of technology that increases your population growth. So getting colonies off the ground early on in the game takes a bit, but that's okay. That's to be expected. Alright guys, let's deal with this final event, and then we'll do our wrap-up stuff. And then I'm going to end the episode. We have found a bipedal robot floating in space. Its faceplate is featureless, and its metal exterior is damaged. Preliminary scans indicate that it has residual power, but its power source is radically different from our own. Its internal circuitry may hold memories of its previous existence, but recharging it and translating its information will take time. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, guys. Our alloy production has really increased, so we're looking good there. Our mineral income is looking good. Our energy income is looking good. So we're doing well. We are growing, not at such a rate that we're overpowering our economy. We're growing at just the right rate. I think we're doing just fine. The thing we need to focus on now is our defensive. We need to fortify these border outposts. I need to spam some more defense platforms. Let's get another one going. And then I need to build another fleet. We're going to have a border fleet here. We'll have a border fleet here. And then eventually I want a home fleet. I want a fleet stationed in our home system. Just in case one of our border fleets gets overwhelmed, we'll have another fleet that we can send to reinforce it. You know, there's always a possibility that the fleet that we have at our borders is going to get overwhelmed and the enemy will break through our border. That's what the home fleet is for. We'll establish a home fleet to respond where necessary. So if our borders get overwhelmed here, we'll send them this way. If they get overwhelmed here, we'll send them this way. And then we'll build up our fleets as needed. But I think short term, I'm going to want to get 3 fleets going. Right now, we only have 1, which is not good. As soon as we boost our alloy production, we can start getting more fleets. So that's what we're going to need to do next episode, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you're enjoying the series in general. Episode 1 got a really good reception, so thank you so much for that, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. And if anybody subscribed to the channel since seeing this series, thank you so much. I hope to see you in the next one. Episode 3 will be coming at you soon. I hope I can get these out a little bit more quickly. But, yep, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next one. But until then, have a good one, guys.